Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing, awesome, and beautiful, because you are. And let us talk about this whole entire shit show that's going on. Holly's doing fantastic today. She's having a great day. She got her first bath. Well, not her first bath, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's talk. All right, so when it comes to Carmageddon, I'm going to be for real, as I always am, and I'm going to be the unpopular opinion or the unpopular thought thing. But you know what? I'm not this huge, giant YouTuber. My career's not riding on it because my career is healthcare. So let's be honest and talk about my honest thoughts and what maybe some other people aren't talking about. But what I'm wondering, really deeply wondering, is what if there are no victims? What if that narrative was painted? By an insecure man that just couldn't realize that instead of welcoming somebody that is just as big as him into the community, like I say, we're friends at first, and that, you know, once he realizes I can't take him down, he manipulates this whole narrative to try to take him down. Like, what if that's what it is? You know, because I'm sitting here and I remember this waiter and everything, and you know, he told a story, said he made out with him and he was a bad kisser and whatever. And then he came up with this other video that was clearly looking like it was from lawyers. And then a little bit while later, there's pictures on Instagram that, and we all knew it was James Charles' backyard and shit, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, the things that make you go, Anyway, that's my worry. Or not my worry, but that's what I'm feeling in my gut. Like, can you just imagine somebody being so insecure with themselves? There's Holly. There's beautiful. Somebody being so insecure with themselves that they got to paint this disgusting ass narrative. I really hope there are no victims. I really don't. Because that would be horrible. And God bless. If there are, I hope they're okay. And they're getting the help that they deserve. But when I listened to Tati's videos today, there's one thing that really stuck out at me, that so many people that have come out and made videos against Jeffrey, they all have said that one key word or that one key phrase: how do you feel about James Charles? That he always asked that, well, how do you feel about James? How do you feel about James? And then he would play this note. Like, he's got this one thing and say, like, that's his thing. So he's got this voice memo or whatever. But let's also be for real on another topic. You can pay somebody to make that. You could. You could pay somebody to make that, because it's like, it's his only thing. Everything's riding on this voice thing that Jeffrey has. Everybody's placing all their bets on that, you know. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just looking, you know, I do believe Jeffree Star is an asshole. I believe he's disgusting. I do. And I just want to say, you know, Tati has no clean hands in this. She doesn't. And I know a lot of people say, well, Tati's older and blah, blah, blah. This shouldn't have happened. There is no age limit on being naive. There are no age limits on being gullible. And there are most certainly no age limits of you getting swooped up into a cyclone of a story. There's no age limits on that. You know, once a train gets started and it goes full speed ahead, a lot of people can get on that train, and it don't matter. It's all different ages that can get on that train. So I don't want to say, oh, you know, Tati should have known better because she's older, because girl, no. I've seen people, you know, I still see people all the time in their 50s, 60s, 70s getting swooped up into a story, and it's like, whoop. So I trust and believe there's no age limit. But if Jeffrey was so hell-bent on, you know, taking down James Charles, You know, that he would, you know, because he was so insecure that he was going to get up to the same level that he was. I believe he would do that. Just because he says he has dirt on everybody. He always says that, oh, I got dirt on everybody. And you think that's normal? Like, if you sit there and you have to be such an insecure person that you have to have dirt on everybody, like, why? I think that's gross. And what Tati said also is that she said, you know, Jeffrey might just go off and, you know, expose a bunch of people and, you know, in your heart find forgiveness. Each and every one of us has had asshole moments in our lives. So, you know, it's up judgment, you know, people judge no matter what, I can just tell you. But I think that would be like the biggest mistake of his life if he did that. Because he would alienate himself even more, because then he would seem like a bitter bitch. You know, he would seem like this little bitter bitch that he has to turn around and now sabotage everybody because he can't take the heat. And the sad part is, you know, manipulation is terrible, but to sit there and basically blackmail people, for people to feel like I can't cross this man or he will ruin my career and ruin my livelihood, that's also sick, disgusting, and gross. It's not the same victimology as somebody that has been a victim of, you know, sexual abuse, but it is also a different form of being a victim. You know, these people are victims to Jeffrey because they cannot do anything, or they can't do certain things because he holds this golden thing over their heads and basically, do what I want or you will be ruined and your livelihood will be gone. They're a different kind of victim. You know, and for Shane, wow. I didn't talk about this one, but I feel bad for the Smith family, and especially Will Smith, because Will probably just wants to snap his neck like a rubber chicken, you know? But, I couldn't imagine years down the road, you know, seeing something on such a public platform of somebody doing that. I just can't. I can't wrap my mind around it. And dark humor, there's dark humor, and people have a dark sense of humor, and I get that, but that's not even dark humor. And that's the part that I want to say is Shane always comes out and he's like, well, I do things, you know, I do humor, you know, just to, you know, because, you know, my childhood, I turned it into humor or whatever. But that is not dark humor. Like it's just not. Like there's things that are dark humor. That's not dark humor. That's disgusting. Okay, I've seen people with a dark sense of humor. Sense of humor. I'm sorry. I've seen people with dark senses of humor, and I've never seen anything like that. And that's just freaking sick, man. So, you know, I believe his career is probably over. I see Jeffrey's been quiet as a mouse. Isn't that fucking funny? I mean, that's hilarious. It's just hilarious. You know, the man that always tweets in and, you know, drops little breadcrumbs and bombshells, you know, when someone else is on the line, you know. But, you know, when it's him, oh, we're going to be silent. Okay, whatever. Just going to make another one of those videos. I'm never doing that again. Whatever. I also want to say, you know, I want to question you guys. And everybody, you know, ragged on Manny. You know, they called him Manny Mooch, whatever. You know, well, Rich, God bless him. He's so funny. But Manny Mooch. And which he was just doing to be cute. He wasn't doing it to be a dick and everybody, you know, whatever. And, you know, Manny had his little thing or whatever. But I get it, though. If he was offended, he could have just reached out to Rich and told him that. But anyway, you wonder, were Manny and Laura really that bad? Did Manny really hurt Jeffrey so bad. Maybe Manny just didn't want to play his game anymore. Same thing with Laura. Maybe they didn't like who he was and he sabotaged them. And they had to be quiet out of fear. You know, there's so many people that have come forward, you know, with Jeffree Star's stories, and all the stands, you know, everybody just goes after. And even, girl, myself included, I've done some things, you know, like, oh, I don't think so, you know. So I got to throw myself on the same boat, hold myself in the same light as everybody else. You know, but at this point, I think everybody's really got to stop and listen and say, okay, this is way too many people that have come forward. I really do believe that Jeffree is an egotistical asshole. And I also believe that he's shallow. And I believe he's insecure. Even, why do you think he has like all those things? In my opinion, this is my opinion, okay? But why have all these big things, you know, these cars, these Birkin bags, these this, these that? It's just insecurities. It's I need to fill the holes. You know, but to sit there and literally be so disgusting of a person, to have, you know, little tidbits on everybody saying, if you ever cross against me, I will ruin you. And he had the power to do that, and I think it's about time he gets that power taken away from him. And people got to realize that that power needs to be gone. People got to, you know, Jeffree can no longer be the word of, like, the word of God almost. Like, if Jeffree says it, you know, that power has to be taken away from him. So if he comes out and he drops all these damn bombshells and all these people, I just want you to think of one thing. It's completely gross that he needs to try to sabotage everybody just to try to save himself. You know, I think that's sick. If you need to come out and expose all these people and all these things just to try to put yourself in a better light, you don't look in a better light. You just look like a bitter bitch. So in my heart, I hope he doesn't come out and try to ruin everybody in the beauty community's life. You know, just no. I don't want that shit. I want to continue to watch my favorite people. I want to continue to do that. You know, I don't want to hear who, I don't. You know, I just don't. I don't think he deserves that power anymore. So whatever, if he does come out and drop all this shit, just look at like why he's doing it. Just to save face. I don't support him anymore at all. I don't. I just don't, because I can't get behind a big ass bully that, you know, has people in fear, that has that almighty power to literally ruin a career, to make them irrelevant. That's fucked up. That's just fucked up to me, you know, to be so... Shane, again, too, I do not support Shane, because it just, on behalf of the Smith family, God bless. You know, that alone, I will never support that man again, because that's not fucking humor. It's not. It's sick. That's just my opinions, and I do want to know all your thoughts and everything, but I know I'm probably going to get dragged a little bit over my, you know, things with James, but it really makes me wonder if this is real, if that was real. And I'm glad that, you know, Tati and James are friends again, and I don't think Tati has clean hands, and she does say that in her video, that she's not innocent. You know, she did say that. But just don't think that she's older, that she shouldn't. No, there's no age limit on it. There really isn't. That's just, you know, me telling you, as being in my 40s, there just really isn't any age limit. But again, as always, guys, I thank you so much for, you know, supporting me, being here for my family, you know, being part of our journey with Holly and everything, which today is doing amazing. And I'm ever so thankful that we made the right decision, and she doesn't have to have heart surgery. I don't know if I talked about this in my last live stream, but she has, instead of her artery going this way, it goes this way, and that's what's compressing her esophagus. So her feeding tube will be for life, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not cracking open her chest and doing a very extensive heart surgery, just to correct that valve, just for her to be on a pureed diet. I mean, because she was on pureed foods anyway, because she doesn't chew. So she's happy, she's content, she's fine, and she hasn't gotten pneumonia, you know, and she seems great. So I'm thankful. We do have an appointment coming up Wednesday to talk about these hips. We're gonna go to ortho and see what's going on there. Just praying and praying. I'm thankful for every good day that we have with her, and I'm thankful that she does have good days, because she deserves those good days, and we're doing everything that we possibly can to make her as happy and as comfortable and as joyous as she is, because she's, you know, such a superstar. She is such a trooper. And thank you for those that have supported and got her little merch. It's so cute, strong and beautiful. I absolutely love that. Artfully Elise did the art for it. I did put it over on Twitter. But it's, you know, such a long journey, and everything started in October, and we're just hoping that everything, you know, starts to work out and get better. And it looks like we're having more good days than bad, so I absolutely love that. And in case anybody wants to know what the eye makeup it is, P. Louise and that girl. She got some good shit. Anyway, I am on a makeup no buy. I'm done with it. I don't give a shit. I got so much shit, I don't even care. You know, the only thing I do is my eyes at this point, because I'm always wearing a mask on my face. So, just do my eyes. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching 5 seconds, 5 moments, 5 minutes of any one of my videos. Your love and support means so much to me. Leave your comments down below, the good, the bad, the ugly. I love to read them all. Kisses.